What's up, everybody? I'm Raph, and this is Billie the Ball Python. So we are very excited over here today, because today we get to bring you her brand new enclosure. As we mentioned, she's been living in a 72 quart tub since we got her, and now that she's getting nice and big, it was time for her to move into something a little bigger, keep up with her. So we have here right behind us her new 4-foot PVC enclosure. And in this video, we're going to walk you through how we set it up to make it from just basically a PVC box with, we bought it with the branch in it actually, but besides that, a plastic box with a branch into the perfect home for this perfect little lady. We're going to go ahead and roll the intro, but before we do that, if you like reptile content, that's what we do, so why don't you go ahead and smack that like button all up on the floor. Smack it, give it some more, okay? And the subscribe button too, because that helps out a lot. Anyway, here we go. Without further ado. So we just got these two 4-foot animal plastics enclosures, and what I'm doing right now is I'm installing heat in one of them so we can move Billie into it pretty soon. So first I determined what side I wanted to be the hot side, and that's going to be this one right here. So what I did was I drilled a hole about 3/4 of an inch up, and then I drilled another one about a foot away because that's how thick our heat tape is. So I'm going to get my router and we're going to make a little slit so the heat tape can go right through. Alright, so we got the hole in there. It looks crappy, that's why you got to use a guide board when you're routing, but it's just going to be in the back anyway, so I don't really care. And it'll get the heat tape through. So now the next step is giving it a real good clean. Just good practice to clean something that you're gonna put your animal in, and I think that's fair. So here we go. Okay, so now what we're doing, and I have my little helper. No. Okay, anyway, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the heat tape in through that terrible little slit I made right there. Look how ugly that is. It's okay. But we're gonna put it in place, and it's gonna be a little long for the inside of this enclosure. So I'm actually gonna cut it down. You can cut this stuff, but oh, hi Mochi. Just make sure when you cut it, you cut in between the black. You do not want to cut this open. This is the heating element. So if you're gonna cut this stuff down, go ahead, but make sure you cut right there in that little not the black part. So now, as you can see, the heat tape is in there. I forgot to mention this is THG heat tape. You can get it at reptilebasics.com. But I taped it down, again, not on the actual heating element itself, but just another way to make sure it's not going to get pushed around or, you know, fold up on itself or anything like that. So now I have this moisture barrier. It's called moisture block. It goes under like vinyl flooring or wood flooring and stuff. Got a whole roll of it, pretty cheap. So it's just another measure to kind of waterproof this and make sure nothing you know, really gets on there. Oh, and I almost forgot, there's these, they send the heat tape with these little stickers that actually go over this, because this is where the electric current is traveling. So these little like rubber stickers to make sure. If you don't have those, though, you can use electrical tape, and that'll be fine. But as far as the moisture block goes, I'm going to silicone it down with just 100% clear silicone, and let it sit for a while, and then this bad boy will be ready for some substrate. Almost forgot to mention, you got to control your temperature, so we have this thermostat from VivoSun. Check out the link in the description, we're going to have it in there. So what this is going to do, I taped the probe down in the middle so that as it's heating up, it's gonna get to a certain temperature that's gonna read right here, and I'm gonna set it at, well, probably a degree or two over the ball python basking spot, because I'm gonna have that extra layer of stuff on here, and there's gonna be a little bit of substrate, so I'm gonna kind of play with that a little bit, but for now, that's really it, and we're gonna get silicone. Okay, everybody, I'm here with Billie. Excuse my casual attire, it's hot in the Red Ribbon Reptiles jungle. So, Billie has a new house, and it's fitted with all of her things that she likes. And I cleaned out all her hides and stuff from her other enclosure, but it's finally time to get her out of that tub and put her in this amazing PVC enclosure. Let's go. That's the branch to your standards, my lady. Okay guys, so that's all I'm gonna film of that for now, because I want her to just kind of settle down and get comfortable, but I think she likes it. So, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay everybody, there you have it. That is a step-by-step of how we set up Billie's new house. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. We think she does too. Something I want to mention, it's obviously very dark in there. It's a black PVC enclosure. So something I'm thinking about doing, because we have the belly heat all set up like we kind of went over, so I don't need any heat lamps. Plus it's only a foot high and no screen on the top, so she would probably burn herself on a light if it was there, because she likes to hook onto things sometimes like this. But couple other things I just wanted to mention with the lighting. What I'm probably going to do is make a little hole for an LED light strip to go across the top, just to make that photo period a little more obvious for her, the day-night cycle. But it's not a problem right now as is. And I also want to say that it is only 1 foot high, which, you know, it might be a little too short. She could probably use a 4 foot by 2 foot. But female ball pythons seem to want to climb less than male ball pythons. And that probably has something to do with... Did you guys know snakes have legs? Where are they? Right there. Little legs. So, with that, females have less propensity to climb because, well, first of all, they get a lot thicker and a lot heavier, so it's more weight to carry up a surface. And the females also have those claws on the booty there that I showed you. They're a lot less pronounced than females, so that kind of indicates maybe that they're not as good as holding on to things. I mean, she's fine at it. It's just, like Trips, our male ball python, seems way more accustomed to just wrap around something and hang on compared to her, but she definitely knows how. So I think the 1 foot with the branch in it is going to be fine for females. She kind of just hangs out on the flow and in her hidey holes, of course, because ball pythons. Males actually have more pronounced claws. So, you know, it seems that they're better. They use it for mating for sure, to kind of lock with the female, make sure they have a good grip on her. But also, you know, they like to climb more and they have more pronounced claws, so it seems like there's a correlation there, but, you know, of course, correlation is not causation, but just something to keep in mind, and that's why we're okay with having her in a 4 foot by 1 foot high, but I definitely don't see a problem with putting her in, like, maybe a 4 foot by 2 foot in the future. So that's really it, guys. Hope you guys liked today's video, and maybe if you're thinking about setting up your ball python in a bigger enclosure, or if you're just getting a ball python, this gave you some ideas on how to set up their tank properly, or cage, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're really excited to finally have Billie in a proper display so we could see her in all of her beauty and glory moving around her house. And yeah, we hope she likes it too. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this has been another Red Ribbon Reptiles video. And yeah, you know, stay golden, pony boy. Don't forget to like and subscribe.